Good morning, my friends. Today is President's Day, and it's been a 3-day holiday weekend here in the United States. And holidays present a great opportunity for network marketers to build their business. Richard Call, who was one of Nu Skin's top earners, used to say to everybody, network marketers work when other people play. And they play when other people work. Richard used to take his kids to school, drop them off in a Rolls Royce wearing a bathrobe. You want to talk about attraction marketing? People wanted to know, what does your daddy do? So the bottom line is there are going to be more people at home, more people not working. And that makes it easier for you to find people to talk to, period. Period. So last night, we talked about how to generate all the money you need with LinkedIn's newest changes and newest features. And what has happened for a number of people that are using LinkedIn is they've run into difficulty. LinkedIn has changed the rules. And many people today have had their activity on LinkedIn dramatically reduced. Instead of historically being able to send out 300 messages along with connection requests to people that you wanted to talk to, connect with, they reduced it now down to 10 because they're anxious for you to subscribe and changing the deal. They've also initiated a program for people to verify their accounts, prove you're real. And because a lot of people are generating bogus accounts and they're jumping on LinkedIn, they're jumping on Facebook for all kinds of different reasons. So let me ask all of you this question. One of Dr. Robert Schuler's most well-known posts, his quotes. What would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? What? What would you attempt to do in network marketing if you knew you couldn't fail? If you knew that you could build your business with LinkedIn and Facebook, initially in an hour or two a day. Initially in an hour or two a day. How would you feel? If you knew that you could talk to perfect prospects about your business every day with LinkedIn and Facebook, how would you feel? And let me ask you all the question. How many people did you talk to last week? How many people have you showed your business to? If you knew that you could recruit 5 to 10 people into your business every month with LinkedIn and Facebook, how would you feel? How many people did you enroll in your business last month in January? And if you knew that you could become a top earner in your business with LinkedIn and Facebook before the end of the year, how would you feel? That's how you feel. That's how you feel. A number of my students can't wait to wake up in the morning, see who has written them, see who has contacted them, see who has accepted the invitation to look at the business. Here we are, President's Day weekend. So let me ask you a question. How do you feel? Bruce Lee's quote, and I've been posting this and referring to this for the last 4 months. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. The more you do this, the better you get. The more you do this, the easier it gets. Now, it all starts with creating a profile. And when you think about it, once your profile is set up and you create your profile to be able to connect with, communicate with, and talk to people that you know, as well as people that you'd want to know. And the people that you'd want to know would be people that are clearly interested in your business or have the aptitude to be successful. And once your page is set up, the second part of the process is connect with people. Now, for those of you that are students, you are already connected to people. You've been on Facebook for any length of time. You've been on LinkedIn for any length of time. You're already connected to people. And a number of those people could clearly be interested in your business. A lot of those people are people that you reached out and connected with months ago, years ago. You're connected. And if you're connected, you have an advantage over people that are not connected to these people. Then it's all about communication. So we've been introducing new strategies, new steps that you can use to reconnect with. Start talking to people that you're already connected to. You're connected to, but you're not communicating. You haven't communicated with them in years. Our scripts will enable you to restart a conversation as if you never stopped. Qualify your prospects. And then close them. Close them. That's all there is to it. It's so simple. Anyone can master this. And it just requires practice. Now, I show you success stories not because I'm trying to impress you. I'm way past the time where I have to impress anybody. I show these to you to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team could be doing. Ron Federico is an executive director in Melaleuca today, using the strategies and scripts. Not only has his business continued to grow, but it works for everybody on his team. Everybody. Joan LePage started a boot camp. Since starting boot camp, I've enrolled 6 new friends, helped an associate enroll her first. I'm in conversation with many more. Use your strategy of private messaging those who like and comment on my posts. I've also made a post that is generating a lot of conversations. This is so much fun. That's what it's all about. Instead of following the traditional steps that they've taught for 90 years in network marketing, get started in the business, make a list of your friends, Call them up, tell them what you're doing. They even give you a script. If you've been in more than one network marketing, you're a member of what they call the No Friends Left Club, the NFL club. So there is no easier, faster way for you to build your business. I've been teaching this for 26 years. Now, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And how you communicate with people is all about posting. If you have 1,000 friends, if you have 800 connections on LinkedIn, posting enables you to communicate with everybody. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. And the secret of getting started is breaking your complex, overwhelming task into a small, manageable task, and then starting on the first one. Putting things out there, posting personal development posts appeals to the kinds of people that you would want to talk to about your business. In January, we introduced new actions that are producing immediate results that lead to sales on LinkedIn and Facebook. One of the biggest ones is posting. Posting. Let me come over here on LinkedIn. Now, this is reminiscent of Facebook's buddy list, where you could see the people that you're connected to. You could see the people that are online. If you have a serious prospect, you could star their name. Okay. Now, on Friday, I got a message from Matthew. On the 4th, on the 9th. I just got a new sign up last week when my birthday notification went out, which I had changed per your advice. One of my connections wished me well, and I picked up the conversation from a year ago and asked him if he wanted to see my offer, and wham, he's in the business. All the strategies that I teach absolutely work. You are connected to all kinds of people. Let me pop up here. And let me bring up Dennis's profile. All right, now if you look at Dennis's profile, you notice that he's verified. So people that look at his profile can see he's real. Because there are a lot of bogus profiles that are out there. Now, the amazing thing is that since we've been working together, Dennis has been involved in a number of different deals. And as he's building his connections, his profile can change slightly because your profile represents you as the person that they would like to know. Your ideal prospect would like to know. And it's all about conversation. All about conversation. So let me ask all of you, what's holding you back? Tomorrow night, we have our second session of boot camp. So what's holding you back? We have 1,100,000,000 people that you could talk to on LinkedIn. Every month, they're adding 10 million people. What's holding you back? Tonight at 9 o'clock, I'm doing a special broadcast. I haven't even sent out notifications about it because I was trying to decide what we're going to talk about. It's a holiday weekend. Normally, I don't do anything over the holidays, but because it's mid-month, my boot camp students, my coaching students are rushing to recruit people, close sales, rank advance. I did trainings on Saturday. We're going to do 2 Ask Max sessions today where you can jump in. And tonight at 9 o'clock, for those of you that aspire to become top earners in your business, and I'm talking about top earners this year, I'm going to talk about how you can do it, right? So you can go to maxsteingart.com/free training, or for those of you that are students, watch for your email, my email. So what's holding you back? You all have profiles. You all have the option to reach out to as many people as you want. And last week, we had a number of people that answered this question, and it seems to be mindset. So let me ask you that question. What mindset issues do you have that are holding you back? Now, I'm not going to bring up your name. I'm not going to reveal who you are. So tell me what your problem is. What's holding you back? What is the biggest thing that's holding you back? That's going to be the conversation for today. If there's nobody here that wants to open up and tell me what their issue is, then I'll be back at 4 o'clock. And tonight at 9 o'clock, I'm going to share with you the secrets that the top earners in your business know, but never talk about, and how you can literally overcome every one of them every issue that is preventing you from being successful and what you can do, what anybody can do to become a top earner in their business. So what's holding you back? What is preventing you from reaching your goal? Now, I will be back 4 o'clock this afternoon if you want to think about it. Okay, focus and consistency are the biggest issues. Focus. You know, I'm going to unmute you. I'm not going to reveal who I'm talking to, but let's talk. Good morning.
Good morning. I think everybody can see who that is. I wrote it in general chat, so.
I see that. I see that, but there are people that are watching this that are watching this live that aren't going to see it.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Yeah, I forget about that.
Yeah. So focus. Now, focus is kind of like an issue that it seems like the older we get, okay, the whole concept of focusing becomes an issue because we can kind of jump around from things to things, and of course, a lot of network marketing companies have products that help with focus. There's a tremendous amount of attention being made to the notion of, well, you can't, if you're having a problem focus, you could take this, you could take this, you could take this. But without taking any kind of medication, when it comes to focus, the thing that you all really need to ask yourself or remind yourself, why are you in your business? Why? Now, it's kind of interesting because depending upon your current economic situation, what I found is that there are a lot of people who have gotten into network marketing to do it part-time. Their goal is to be able to retire. Their goal is to maybe to retire their spouse, but they have income coming in. And so the urgency to generate income is not as intense as somebody that lost their job, that is worrying about paying their bills. They've only got unemployment insurance for a certain period of time. And so their focus, there's a lot of other extenuating circumstances going on in their lives that are reminding them why they have to do this. Okay. Now, and if that's not an issue in your case, the bottom line is what you need to do is, number one, establish a goal. Okay. In other words, what we need to do, what you need to do, long-term goal, short-term goal. Short-term goal in any business is I need to recruit 4 people a month. I need to recruit 1 person a week into my business. All right. And so that's paramount. Now, what do I have to do to do that? Well, I got to talk to people. So you have existing people that you're already connected to, that you're in the process of qualifying. And then there is a huge pool of people out there that you're not connected to, that you know based on their circumstances, you know by looking at their profile, that not only do they need something to generate income, but they have the experience, they have the skills, they have a network of connections, a circle of influence, that when they get into your business, they could immediately, you could help them immediately generating activity and signing people up. I mean, so we're looking for people that have a need. We're looking for people that have the skills to be successful. We're looking for people that have a circle of influence that they could go to. So when they come into your business, and we know, Gladys, that you have come. I mean, you have made. Oh, I wasn't going to mention your name. Okay, but you have. If we go back and look at where you were when you started, okay, and where you are today, you have made phenomenal progress. So your profile is great. Your selections of people to talk to have improved 500%. So you're picking great people and you're engaged in all of the steps that you need to be successful. So now, from the standpoint of consistency, it's a matter of doing the same things day after day, reminding yourself why you're doing this, reminding yourself what is the goal and creating urgency around it.
Exactly.
Okay, so example, we know that every day we want to be connecting with people. We know every day we want to be communicating with people. We know every day we want to be introducing our business to people. We know every day we'd like to be closing people. So there's 4 actions, 4 activities. Now, when we first get started, the emphasis is on connecting with people. So we're reaching out to 20 people a day. Now, at this point in time, you don't have to reach out to 20 people a day. You could frankly cut that back to 5 a day because you're picking better people today than you were when you first started. So it's all about, yes, we want to continue to connect with new people. However, it's all about communicating. You know that. So there's a process of communication where, what are we trying to do? We're trying to learn enough about the other person to identify their need. And then when we transition the conversation over to talking about the business, we know enough about their circumstance to show them why, based on who they are, based on what they've done, based on who they know and what they know. We want to be able to show them in our transition to talking about the business. We want to show them why this is for them. There's a mentality that has persisted in network marketing forever. And that is the 3-foot rule. Anybody within 3 feet of you is a prospect for your business. Okay? Number 1, anybody that's within 3 feet of you is a prospect for your business. And then, of course, that's supported by the concept that some will, some won't, so what next? It's a numbers game. Some will, some won't, so what next? The problem with that is when you take that attitude and that approach, the notion you got to go through 100 no's to get a yes is baloney. Because if you're going for no, that's what you're going to get. Instead, social media, AOL, back in 1996, changed that. changed it. And you only had at its peak 64 million people. Today, between the 3 billion people you have on Facebook, between the 1 billion people you have on LinkedIn, you know in advance you can filter away the people that would not be prospects for your business. You could filter them away. And you could focus on the people that would clearly, based on what you see on their profile, what you see by their daily activity, you could pick out the people that have a high probability of fitting your perfect prospects. And then it becomes a matter of reaching out to them. Now, the more you do this, the better you get at picking out people. The more you do this, the better you get at communicating and qualifying people. So let me ask you a question, and I already know the answer to this, because, we're working together. You've had some amazing conversations with some pretty terrific people, okay? And they're in the process of looking at your business. And then, and in fact, I think you'd have to admit, you look forward to their response. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, and then you've had some conversations with people. The nice description would be they're duds.
Yes.
Okay. They may be on LinkedIn, they may be on Facebook, but they are not communicating with you for whatever reason. Okay. But the conversation, the great, you can pick out the people you start them because you're learning enough about them. You're developing that relationship. You're developing that friendship. And, people always marvel at the notion that you could create a relationship with someone on a social network. All right. I wasn't planning on doing this.
Can I just say that one of the things I find difficult to be consistent about is posting
Mm-hmm.
on a daily basis. I seem to, I'll do a week of posts that are fairly good, and then a few days will go by and I don't even do it. And I think, I put pressure on myself because I'm not doing that part of it.
Okay.
And I think that's
That
why I need to focus and be consistent. And
that is a very, very important process, part of the process.
yeah, I get distracted. Go down rabbit holes when I'm looking at posting and reacting to other people's posts too. I think that's very important.
Well, you're right. That is a very important part of the process, and you have to build that in to the process. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this over here. Change the screen. Now we're talking about relationship building. Okay, relationship building. Now, 2 years ago, I received a phone call from somebody who was using my photo on their Facebook page. Okay. And what the woman did was she said, hey, there's a guy named Joshua Smith who's ripping people off, and he's using my picture. How did she find me? She did a search of my picture, and she found my Facebook profile, whereas this other guy, now the woman's name was Sylvia, all right? And so she sent me his profile picture he's using your picture. So when I went over to look at his Facebook profile, sure enough, he had my picture. He had a picture of me. On the cover was a picture of Debbie. He was using pictures that, and Jose said, Joshua's in the middle, two of the crew in the ship that he works with. This is right off his profile. And that was Joshua after I went to Facebook and complained. All right. So here's Joshua. He's a drilling contractor, and he went to university in Rome. All right. My picture. Now, so I went and looked. I brought up the LinkedIn. I brought up his Facebook profile yesterday. Now he's changed his name. Same page. He's changed his name and same university. Now, what I want to show you all right? So if I go over here on Facebook, and I bring up his profile, right? And not very much information. As far as information, there's nothing here. He is using Messenger to make connections. His photos are designed. Now, he put this up January a year ago. And what I want you to pay attention to is look at all of his friends. So these are his visible friends. And they're all women. All right. Now, you want to talk about relationships, okay? This man using this profile with limited information, established a relationship with someone, developed a close relationship with someone that loaned him $175,000. Not all at once, but over a period of 8 months, loaned her $175,000. The bond that is possible to create with someone on Facebook, on LinkedIn, is incredibly, incredibly powerful. Now you come down here, I got a message here from a LinkedIn member. Now, this person is outside my network. And literally, so many people are jumping on here. You have to be able to identify quickly the people that are real. And the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because your opportunity to connect with people that we know, that you could help. is unparalleled in the history of your business. Unparalleled. And the more selective you are about who you talk to, the more effective you're going to be. Okay, so now you've identified, I got to post more. Okay, I got to post more. And you can't think of what to post. Now, LinkedIn, again, another feature of LinkedIn that is going to make it easy for you is we can program these things in advance. So if I go to, you go to your homepage. And so post, if you can't think of something to post, look at what other people are posting. Use what they're posting. And this is how hard it is. You go up here, start a post, pull up an image. All right. Now, so I went yesterday. I was looking. I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I picked up 11 posts. I was actually looking for Robert Schuller posts. So I found this one. Problems are not stop signs; they're guidelines. Now, everybody that I'm connected to, and we post it. Now, what you want to do when you think about it is a lot of the things that you're going to post will motivate you. In fact, when I was building a business, every day between 3 and 4 o'clock, I would stop what I was doing, no matter what it was, and I would come up with a post. So that's for, I just sent that out. Let me come over here. I'll do another post. Impossible situations can become possible miracles. All right. Now, what I can do with this, go over here to next. Come down here to the clock. I'm going to send this out today, but I'm going to send it out at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And then schedule it. Come back up here. Find another one. For every mountain, there is a miracle. You have the miracle that people that are struggling are looking for. So we come down over here, schedule it. We'll schedule it for tomorrow. And we'll schedule it for 9 o'clock. Next. Schedule it. We come back up here. Come back. Schedule it. Do it tomorrow.
Can I just ask how much time you spend looking for all those posts that you got picked up yesterday?
20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
you do
because,
it faster than I do.
well, look, it's
Yeah.
the same thing. Let's come down here, schedule it.
Yep.
So frankly, what happens is I did a motivational post. I mean, I did a search for motivational posts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found one for Robert Schuller. Then what I did was I went back and I did the same search. Show me all of Robert Schuller's quotes.
Yeah.
Okay. Or it does, but it doesn't have to be that. You could be, show me all the quotes about motivating quotes about taking action. And you get a whole page of
Right.
people. So all you do is you don't go there with the idea of doing one. You go up there, you spend 15 or 20 minutes, just bring it up, save it, bring it up, save it, bring it up, save it, bring it up, save it.
Mm.
Okay? Until you have 10.
Yeah.
Then you use one. And then again, we come over here
And schedule them. Yeah.
and you schedule it.
Yeah.
And better to do something imperfectly than to do nothing perfectly.
I love that one.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
again, it should you do these for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. You do these for yourself. And what starts to happen is the people that you're sending this to. I'm going to go over here to the schedule it. Now, it might take you 30 minutes to go through and put these up. But in 30 minutes, you could do the whole week. All right. And what happens, let me help you understand the power of this. The power of this is that the people that see this, and I'm going to show you one other part to this. Okay. I'm going to do one more. All right. So we come over here. Same thing. Schedule it. That's the point. Now, come back now that you've posted it. Not everybody that you're connected to is going to see it. The people that you have communicated with most recently are going to see it. So go look at your posts. Now, I just posted this 6 minutes ago. And I've already had 6 impressions with me, which means 6 people have seen it. Impressions don't mean anything. You could get 500 impressions. You could get 5,000 impressions. What you need is for people to either like it, make a comment, or share it. And that's what you can do. This came up. Let's reshare it. So these are the people that I have communicated with most recently. All right. So Debbie's here. Now you could do 10 of these at the same time. the people who are on, you can see. You can see the people that are there right now.
You can't do this with the scheduled ones though, can you?
Okay.
Until they've actually been posted.
So what this does is this enables you to share this, and these will all go. You don't send it as a group, you send it out separately. This enables you to communicate with people without actually engaging them in a conversation. And when they come back and they like it, when they come back and they respond to what you've done, I'm going to go over here to Facebook. And I'm going to look up Adrian. Now, Adrian is married to my good friend, George Ruiz. And if I come down here, so she posted this, 59 people liked it, 9 people made a comment, 1 person shared it. So she posted this 1 day ago. Now, congratulating one of her new recruits. Now, George told me that she changed her picture. Let me come down here and see. So whatever she posts, people react, people like. Whatever she posts. Become an influencer. That is what it's all about. Okay? So, with that in mind, this afternoon I'll be back at 4 o'clock. And tonight at 9 o'clock, I am going to share with all of you that have aspirations to become top earners in your business. I'm going to share with you the secrets that the top earners in your business know but never talk about. All right? George Ruiz, classic example. I met George. Actually, George has been following me since the AOL days. I didn't know who George was. He used the information that I'm sharing with you to become a top earner in his first network marketing company. And then his company went out of business. As a matter of fact, one of his top earners that he's working with today, $1 million earner, connected with George back in the AOL days. I met George 7 years after he connected with me. The first company he was in crashed and burned. He went to another company called USANA. And he was with USANA for 7 years. Once you know how to do this, so he became $1 million earner in USANA. Now, his sponsor that got him into USANA went over to Isagenix. And so Jimmy Smith wanted George to look at Isagenix. And George was happy. He's making all the money, he was happy. It took Jimmy 32 attempts to get George to look. And when George finally did look, he went over to Isagenix. And within 12 months, top earner in Isagenix. He was the top earner in Isagenix for 13 years. And it was at the Isagenix event in San Diego that I met him for the first time. And we've been great friends ever since. George left Isagenix, went over to another company. And, top earners leave companies for different reasons. Not necessarily because something's wrong with the company. So George's story is one of the stories that I'm going to share with you tonight. All right. And when you have the opportunity to connect with top earning network marketers and bring them into your business, that is when your business can explode. Now, the fastest growing top earners in network marketing today will tell you that they owe their success to LinkedIn and Facebook, and they have fast growing teams of people enrolling their best new customers and distributors in less than an hour a day. And their new recruits are doing the same thing within a few days of growing their business. But no one is willing to tell you how they're doing it unless you're on their team, which is why you're here. Because I will tell you how they're doing it, and I will lay out for you step by step the things that you need to do if you want to be successful. So for those of you that are in boot camp, our second session of boot camp is tomorrow. At the end of the week, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to take 3 days, and I'm going to step you through exactly what the top earners in network marketing know that they never talk about. I'm going to show you how network marketers catch whales, people with large circles of influence. I'm going to lay out for you the top earners 90-day game plan. And the first time I created one of these was with George and 4 other top earners in network marketing who I met in Vegas back in 2016. And they all came to me with the same problem. We've all got game plans that our company had made for us, but none of them address social media. And that's what this does. So I will be back at 4 o'clock. Again, we're going to discuss what is holding you back. So I don't care what it is. If you know whatever it is that's holding you back, let me know. We'll talk about it. Because frankly, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, to stop you and everybody that you bring into the business become successful. Whether it's focus, you have to remind yourself, why are you in this business? The Spanish conquistador Cortez, when he brought an army over to Mexico to conquer the country, they landed on the shores of Mexico and he burned all of his ships. And he told his men, we will either conquer this country or we will die here. You all have to understand, and this is so critically important, where you're going to end up in your business by the 4th of July President's Day weekend today, by the 4th of July, where you're going to end up at the end of the year in your business is going to be determined by the number of people you talk to, the number of people that you enroll. That's all. So you can still register for boot camp. Go to maxsteingart.com/boot camp. Use the promo code best deal to reduce the price. First session was last Thursday. We still have 3 more sessions. Connect with people, communicate with them, and close them. And you can go to maxsteingart.com/retreat. And we have a special promo code, special deal, where you can drop the price to $197. But if you're on my mailing list, check your email, because I have a special President's Day promotion that will end today. And on this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will teach you everything that you need to know to become a top earner. As a matter of fact, 80% of the people that participated in my retreat 2 years ago, we did a survey, they're making 6 figures. What was kind of interesting is 25% of them are in different companies. Now, for those of you that have been in other retreats, this one, just like my boot camps are different, this one will blow you away as to what we're going to be talking about. I'll be back at 4. Think about what is holding you back, and I'll help you remove that barrier. Daryl, I have a staff meeting, and then I'm going to reach out to you, and we're going to start working on getting you back hooked up